Yo, we live. You now listening to volume 72 of the Bucket Up podcast. I'm here. Uh damn, I fucked up for the first time in a while, man. Damn. Whatever, I'll just keep it. Here with your boy Ty Doyle, aka DJ Buttersauce, aka Ty Lante, aka I'm your mom's Valentine's. And I'm here as always with the kid, the homie, JB. What's good?
Happy to be here, man. It's the kid JB. Could have been right last week. Mr. Told You So, not because I'm always right, but shit. When I'm right, I'm like, hey, yo, told you so. But yeah, man, God has blessed me with another 24 hours. I woke up this morning, so that's cool. But yeah, man, 72 episodes, 72 volumes, 72 installments of the most organic chemistry pod. That is. I'm trying to think of a jersey number for an athlete, but 72 usually implies like a bad athlete, so I can't think of one off the dome.
Yeah, I don't know anybody in the 70s at all.
Yeah, we're just gonna go with like 72 years old. So shouts to whoever that is.
All right, shout out to all the 72-year-olds, bro.
But yeah, man, Bucket Up Podcast, we're here, bro. The kid JB.
Yeah, so we decided to do something special this week. Obviously, Valentine's Day is coming up. And I'm not sure, but I think this is our first ever in the history repeat guest. I guess if you don't count Trav, because he was kind of on the pod, but not really on the pod. Sure. But yo, the homie Courtney is back with us. What's up, Courtney?
Hi. I feel like I didn't prepare anything in this intro, so
she didn't have like an award speech.
Yeah,
I think you just gotta say hi.
Hey,
welcome back.
Good to be on.
It's been like I think we looked. You're on episode 6 last time, so it's been like 72 minus 6. So shouts to however much that is. What is that?
It's been like
66.
Oh,
so shouts to 66 episodes since.
Yeah, it's been a year and some change. So a long ass
will
time.
you cut out my bad math I just did?
No, we're keeping that. That's gonna be in the front of the episode.
Yeah, that's going in the beginning of the episode.
Cool.
Before the drop. So.
So anyway, welcome back to the
pod. Thank you.
Yeah, so we brought Courtney on to talk relationships, relationships, love, dating, all that good shit. That because I'm in, I guess, a long term. I should be married by now, but I'm not.
It's financial.
It's financial, goddamn it. And then
I was gonna ask about it, but I was like, I won't. I'm sure he gets it enough.
Motherfucker just broke. Shit is expensive.
Courtney's like, I'm just trying to check if I'm invited.
Yeah, just start like a GoFundMe.
Whatever when I brought that up at a party one time, because we live in Arizona now, I brought it up, and then somebody was like, "Sounds like a Democrat," and everybody started laughing. So I was like, "All right, so I'm not gonna do that." Man, I am a Democrat, but goddamn.
That's what I'm like. Why is that like? I'd be like, yeah, exactly.
That was like the white way of saying like this broke nigga over here. I was like, shit.
Yeah. So honestly, I would donate probably every year because I'd be like, I want this wedding to happen.
Right. But I guess we leaning towards like going to a courthouse, and maybe doing like a celebration later on or something like that. We have to work out all that shit, but.
Yeah.
But me almost should be married, kind of married. Jesse's been in a long-term relationship, and Courtney is, single, mingling and whatnot. So we figured we get everybody together and then talk about a couple like topics about relationships and shit. So, I don't know. You guys just want to jump into one or?
Well, I mean, like the first go around, it was more of like a sex-oriented pod, and like I will say, since then, not much has changed in my avenue.
Right, I'm really not having no like.
It's been more of the rinse and repeat type shit.
If we wanted to get into some sex stuff, just to, I've heard some wild things, and by that I mean it was on Reddit.
I'm intrigued by what that could be.
Yeah, why are you on Reddit, dude?
Why
are you on the wild Reddit page, man?
Well, I'm in the carpool, we talk about shit, and like, somebody in my carpool shops the page is like big on Reddit, and I don't know if I think it was our relationships or whatever, and there was somebody on there. We got to gross people out to start the pod.
I can't wait.
But so there was somebody on there saying that his wife was like, they were been together for a while, they had a couple kids, and I guess she was kind of feeling like they needed to spice shit up. She was talking to like moms in the neighborhood or whatever. and the moms were talking about pegging, like saying that would like spice shit up. So she asked him if she could peg him, and he was iffy about it, and he's like, I don't really know, but like maybe because like if that's what you want to do, because I love you and shit like that. And so I think she like worked him for like a week or two, like trying to. I don't know if she guilt tripped him or whatever, but this is how he described it. But like he was saying, like she wore him down, and he was like, "All right, we could try it." And so they tried the. This is wild because the pegging is not even the wildest part of the story. So they tried the pegging. He said it happens. It was weird, and then he said at one point she grabbed his like head and then whispered in his ear, "I want your shit." And he was like, "What?" Yeah.
What?
And he's like, "What?" And then so like he kind of freaked out, and she started crying because she thought that he was kink shaming her or whatever. Yeah, and so he was like, well, like that was just weird. Like, why'd you say that? And then she revealed that she wanted him to shit on her. Yeah,
she deserves kink shaming.
Whoa. Let's back up.
So
I feel like you just can't like say it in the middle.
This ain't even the end of the story, by the way.
Okay, you can say that.
So I'm mad that you're defending this girl.
I'm not. There's no. Hold on. He's like.
I am defending her.
This is all weird. To him, he's like, "Yo, this is mother of my children. Like, she want me to shit. That's so random." And so, but like, I guess again, she wore him down over weeks again. And so he was like, "All right, I guess we can try it." And they rented like a hotel room to do this shit. And so like, they're getting into the act, and they're doing all their shit. Not shit.
I was like, you gotta have a different word for this.
My bad. They're doing all their, sexual things, and she's like, "Are you ready?" And so they go into the bathroom, and he's like, she goes into the bathtub, and so he said he takes off his pants, and like the edge of his ass is like over the bathtub thing, and he's like, it's weird as hell, and he's like trying to shit, but he can't because he's like, bro, that's the mother of my kids back there. And so like he's having a hard time trying to push it out, and then so he kind of feels something come out, but then he felt something weird, and then he looks back, and her mouth was at his ass because she wanted to eat the shit. And so he said he pinched it and ran into the other room and locked the door. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then he was like, "Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I didn't look back." He's like, "I haven't talked to her literally, like I just didn't talk to her for 2 straight days. We're supposed to go to the zoo tomorrow. What should I do?"
It sounds like she'll have a good time at the zoo. I mean, but dude, I see that shit's so weird to me, man. Call me a square, but that shit like freaks me the fuck out because I'm just like, bro, like I don't know, man. That shit's in movies to me. And whoever you're riding with in the carpool is wild. Like you can't just listen to music. Like
we talk about wild shit in the carpool. That's a different thing. But I was like, to me, what I don't get with the whole thing is why I don't get what enjoyment somebody gets out of somebody shitting on them. Or like pee. I don't get like that's the thing I don't understand. Like even with Go ahead. I was gonna say even though I would not let somebody peg me, I get like how somebody might feel powerful doing that to a dude, you know what I mean? Just because of like power dynamics and shit like that. So I can see how somebody gets off on that, but like peeing and pooping on people, I don't know, fam.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you also just with any sort of kink, like you can't just like spring it on the person. Like,
no,
you have to have a discussion about it because it's not like it's a kink. It's not a normal thing that like people just usually experience. So you can't just like all of a sudden try and eat the dude's shit. Like you have to discuss beforehand that that's what you want to do.
I think it's because she knew, like she had already like talked him into all this shit and knew that he was already super fucking uncomfortable. That shit, like, he definitely not gonna be about me eating this shit. Like,
but then it's like, okay, then
obviously,
yeah, you have to respect that,
right?
Can we go to another topic?
I said I was gonna gross people out to start it. I'm sorry.
Fuck, I didn't know it was including me.
My bad, bro. I mean, I told you it's gonna be gross. I don't know what could be grosser than that. But I guess that's our sexual thing. I don't know if we dive into it later, but I guess we'll pivot to.
We'll circle back, I'm sure.
How was dating in NYC different compared to where you used to live, which was Kansas City, Courtney?
In Kansas City, people just really wanted to like be in relationships like very quickly. Like it had that Midwestern mentality of like, oh, we like each other. Like I want to get married. Like I want to do this like all very fast. So that was definitely like the weirdest part for me. In New York, it's much more casual.
You were looking for that shit.
I will say that was a big dynamic I noticed from when I lived in the East Coast to the West is like that's like New York and the East Coast is faster than out West, like in lifestyle. But then when it comes to dating and everything, it's reversed. Like the West is like, oh yeah, we're 18, like we're gonna get married right now, and then boom. Like back home, like I thought marriage is always equated to like mid-30s, you know, or like late, you know, and that holds true with like my brother-in-law and my sister getting married, and he was like 38 or some shit, and she was in her, you know, early 30s or whatever. And then people out here I know getting married and they're like, yeah, we're 22 and she's, you know, she's really old. She's 19, LOL. Like that type shit. And I'm like, well, damn, all right. Like, and I had a homie that got married and they got married at like 21 or she was 21 and he's like, I don't want to make her wait forever. I was like, fam.
Oh, wow.
What? Yeah.
I was like, she just had to wait 21 years to get a fucking drink at the bar. But all right, man, you got it.
Yeah, bro. At least wait till she get out of college or some shit.
Right. So,
okay, that makes sense. I know, like
that's a big difference. I know. So
all the people that I know who were on like Tinder or whatever, like they end up in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, you know, most of my homies that around here, at least I didn't know of them being on it, just kind of doing a casual thing. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that makes some sense.
Yeah.
Be the difference back.
Have you had better times in New York or Kansas
when it comes to dating?
Well, yeah, or have you cared about that? Because sometimes people like have pointed out categories of different places you've lived, and you're just like, oh, I didn't really notice.
Yeah. Well, when I moved to Kansas City, I didn't know anyone, so I would like go on dates to like be social. So when I was there, I like actually just started getting more comfortable with like meeting up with people I didn't know. And so now I feel like it's more fun here because I can do it very nonchalantly, just like be like, oh yeah, like you want to grab drinks, like let's go grab drinks. And like if nothing comes from it, cool. But like it's just like nice to go out and chat with a stranger.
Well, then in transitioning to our first topic, what's since you were like putting yourself out there just to socialize, what were some of the deal breakers you came across that were petty? Wait, petty to us or petty to who, Ty? You gotta clarify.
I feel like you know that it's dumb. Like you know it's petty. Like you know it's silly as hell. Or like if you really, really like somebody, you probably would overlook that shit.
I feel like I can be really petty about why I'm like, this happened, like it's done, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's different than being like shallow. Like, I know some girls be like, I won't date a dude that's like under 6 foot or something like that. Like that's shallow.
Murphy and I were just talking about that today about height, and I was like, this one kid I went out with, like, because height doesn't bother me. Mm-hmm. Like you can be my height, whatever. I don't care. But
which is
that I also don't know. I think like 5'6", maybe.
She's like, I'm 6'7", so
long as you're 6'7" and above, you good.
As long as you're my height, we good. Like
no. I feel like I'm a very like lower end of the tall scale.
For a girl, you're like above average, probably.
I feel like I'm like average.
Yeah, I would like slightly. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, but I went on a date with one guy and he was like a little shorter than me, which didn't bother me. But like you could tell he was so aware of his height that he was like trying to like puff his chest out more. And I'm like, dude, like, you're making it weird. Like I don't care, but like it's awkward now.
You should have helped him out. You should have been like, yo, let's go sit down somewhere.
Stay seated.
That sucks because I think that's just because you see it all the time. Like, I don't know, on Twitter, like every day I probably scroll past something like, "Oh, dude's not 6 foot," you know what I mean? Blah blah blah. So I think people kind of internalize that shit. But he should have just been himself. Like, she gonna find out you short at some point, bro. Like,
yeah,
you might as well go. And if she not fucking with you because you short, then she not the one, homie. I don't know
exactly. That's when, like, why? Whatever.
Yeah,
I agree.
But like, do you have any like petty ones? You really can't think of any?
No, what were people saying? Like, what did?
All right, I could go over some of the wild because I did post it to like Facebook. You know, shout out to everybody who contributed if they are listening and whatnot.
I can tell you a funny deal breaker my grandma has for me. Like,
what does that even mean? You have to elaborate on that.
Well, like, it's like something I've been living through my whole life. Is like my grandma always wanted me to marry a Jewish girl.
Oh, is that petty though? I don't think that's petty.
Well, no, it's petty to the point that like her reasoning is stupid. So like she just wants it because she wants me to have like Jewish kids or whatever. But it's funny because she wants the kid. It's a long story, but it's just funny because every time I've like dated someone and I've named them, and she's like, "What's their last name?" And I'm like, "They're not Jewish, Grandma." And they're like, "All right, well, let me know." Like, and I'm just like, I'm obviously still dating the person, you know.
Right.
But yeah,
I guess that makes sense, right? The mom gotta be Jewish for the kids to be Jewish or whatever.
Yeah, my grandma one time I asked her, I was like, "What if I marry a black girl, Grandma?" And she's like, "As long as she converts."
Wow.
I was like, "All right, let's roll."
All right, that's cool. But some of the ones that I saw on here, the wildest one was my friend. I don't know if I'm gonna just name her name is Celeste, but like it's wild because she's one of the like nicest people I know, and she said that she broke up with a dude because he had a peanut allergy.
That's weird.
Is she like really into peanuts?
She said because she likes pad thai a lot.
Oh.
And it's like, but I'm like, bro, he can't even help that.
Yeah, that's stupid.
But like, if she's gonna have to change her life for it.
Like, I guess
you can't just wait or eat it, not when he's around. Or
although I guess some of those people are like deathly allergic. Like, you can't even have it in the house.
Yeah, and EpiPens are expensive, so.
Ooh, they are. That would be. You know what? I'm trying to come on her side. Like that shit is, and then you can't have peanut butter in the crib. You can't eat a PB&J sandwich.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if it's something you know up front and you're like, ooh, like you're allergic to peanuts, like I'm just gonna cut it off now. But like if you're already like dating them and then you find out, I feel like it's kind of ruthless.
Yeah. I think I had a friend who's on Tinder who said he went on a date. I think he was on 2 dates with a girl, and like he really liked her, and then she didn't tell him that she had a kid until the second. He was like, "I wish you'd have just put that in your Tinder profile because I would have just swiped the other way." Like, damn, bro. But I guess that makes sense, right?
That's fair for him.
But I feel like having a kid is like one of those weird things where people like want to protect the kid or like whatever.
I think you should be upfront, man. You shouldn't be hiding your kid ever. I think that's kind of mean.
But you really want the kid in the Tinder profile?
No, not a picture of the, but like, listen, if people are able to put cat mom in their Instagram, then fucking someone that's an actual mom could be like, yeah, I'm a mother of one, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can see how that'd be iffy. But yeah, that's not a petty one. Other ones I saw were people who eat steak well done.
Ugh.
Yeah, I can see that. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I can see if you're dating. Like, I guess as a kid, I didn't know any better. You know what I mean? But like, once you grow up,
so that's very petty because like, how often are you having steak? That sounds like rich people problems.
Bro, you go to the steakhouse all the time.
No, I don't.
You go to Outback, bro.
I haven't gotten to one in a while. I make the steaks a lot.
There you go. Yeah, honestly, I don't ever order steaks out.
I make steaks and I make mistakes.
Oh my god.
I feel like that makes up for my math joke. It wasn't a joke. It was just bad math.
It's just bad math.
It was not a joke. You can't cover that up, girl.
I did it on purpose to be funny.
That exists. Yeah, no.
But I was gonna say, I don't, because steaks is one of those things where like it's expensive as shit, and so I don't think I ever would feel like the money was well spent. Even if the steak was good, I'd be like, yeah, $50 for this steak. Like, I don't know, fam.
Oh, but I love steak.
Well,
I basically can't talk about food too much because I am very hungry.
Okay, sorry. Let's see.
But the pad thai and the steak, I'm like, what do I want for dinner?
My bad. A lot of people say grammar. I don't really think that's super petty. I don't know if like accents would probably be petty.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't date somebody with a country accent.
Nope.
This dude said when she said yeehaw. Yeah, I think that would. If she said like yeehaw on the date,
I think
Yeah.
I mean what comes to my mind, not that I've come across this from friends and stuff and like whatever, but yeah, from where I could think of a petty deal breaker if someone's like, yeah, they're not the same zodiac sign. Trying to think. Oh, they don't like the same sports team. Oh, that's what I read. I said, see, okay, there it was. I read two that conflicted. There was one that said, if the guy thinks he can mansplain or he thinks he knows more about sports than me. But then there was another girl that said, if the guy knows less about sports than me. So, like, which one is it? It's like, should the guy have an expectation to know more about sports, or should he, like, assume the girl knows even playing field, right? Because, like, what if that same guy that was trying to be nice and be like, oh, yeah, you know sports, and she's like, he doesn't know as much as me. I'm not going to date him. And he's like, no, I do. I was just kind of, like, being neutral. But
I mean, I feel like it depends on who the hell you're trying to date, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just not into the whole like girls don't know sports thing. I think that's been a fallacy forever. Like girls know sports, and the people that have been downplaying it.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, people just like whatever they like, and if they like the thing, they're gonna get into it.
Right. So, but what I'm saying is like that idea of like, oh, guys, like a guy needs to know more about sports than me, is just as bad as saying like, if the guy thinks he knows more than me. I think that's funny.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's just two different people. Wow, shit. Like I saw somebody say, like, if you play video games, I'm like, fuck. Like, can't play any video games?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
I feel like you'll just have like a petty reason to end things with someone when you don't like them.
That's true. Like, you can pick anything.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like if you really love people, like you get over the quirks.
Yeah.
You
find them endearing.
Like, because I see one that says like men wearing sandals, and like I hate when dudes wear sandals, but like I feel like chicks will get over that.
I mean,
yeah,
dudes do it to play basketball though. You know, like you're gonna dump your
Wait,
boyfriend.
What?
Yeah, you never seen socks and sliders, bro?
Oh, the hoop?
Yeah.
Nah, not the hoop.
Where they're transferring, they're going from the car to the gym.
Oh, yeah, nah, that's fine. That's different.
I was
Yeah.
like, that just seems dangerous to play in.
Right? Yeah.
Oh no, not to hooping. But I'm saying like
I
they
get
don't.
what you mean. They're gonna put on their gym shoes, so like they just throw on the slide.
Yeah, so dudes wear sandals for that all the time.
I'm cool with that. Like, I think when I'm thinking sandals, I'm thinking like the thong guys, thong sandals.
Nah, I'll rock those at the gym from the from the hot tub to like the locker room, but that's it.
Yeah, see, I'll throw them on. Like if I gotta take out the trash and I don't feel like throwing on my shoes.
Yeah, some chancletas,
Thong
bro.
flip flops.
I just throw on Katie's and then I just walk outside.
And you do that like awkward walk shit just to like keep them on your feet and not fall off.
Yeah, that's how. Nah, I wouldn't do that shit. A petty one for me though is back home. There were people who say bagel instead of bagel. That's a no go for me, dog.
It makes sense. I mean, if you think about the word, like BAG is bag, and then
Yeah, but there's no way you read the word bagel before you fucking saw and somebody told you what a bagel was.
What do you mean?
Like you didn't like read the like bagel in a book before you like somebody handed you a bagel and was like, hey, this is a bagel.
That's
you know what I mean? So like there's no way you like read the word and was like, oh, that's a bagel. And then you're like, everybody else is saying this shit wrong because I read it. Like that's
shouts to you like reenacting exactly how I got introduced to a bagel. Like I grew up in a bakery, dude. So like there really was somebody going, hey, this is a bagel.
This is a bagel, bro. He heard everybody else saying bagel and he was still like, nah, bagel.
Yeah, you're right. I don't get that. It's a Midwest thing I heard. I have a homie that does it.
Honestly, I've only heard it back like when I was home in Rochester.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say it like that.
I feel like if you did, that shit would just you'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Again, how often are you interacting with somebody that says the word, bagel?
Yeah, people eat breakfast, so a lot.
Yeah, I was like,
this is the first time I've heard the word bagel unless I say it. in a while.
That's not true. That's a lie, bro.
No, we talked about bagel on my birthday, and that's about it.
So you lived at a bakery where they made bagels, and nobody else talked about bagels except for you.
No, I'm talking about right now, man. We're not talking about when I was.
Oh, okay, my bad. And nobody else say, "Let's go get bagels." We got bagels in the kitchen. The company got bagels. Somebody brought in bagels.
No,
that's
that's
never
not-
happened.
No, but again, you're talking about dating someone that says that word often.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing about that too. Is that would suck because it'd probably be like way deep into the relationship when you found
That's
out.
what I'm saying. It's not like often where it's like, what do you want to get for dinner? Like when you're dating someone new, bagels is like not.
No, I know. As I'm saying, you'd be like 10, 15 dates deep. And she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get some bagels. Do you want some?" Like, what?
You're like,
getting
oh
what?
shit, it's over.
I might start saying it like that to see if I can find the one. They
like,
end it when they hear bagel.
And then to fuck them up when like you point out a snaggle tooth, you should be like, "Yo, it's a snaggle tooth."
Oh no!
Start saying everything wrong.
You're wrong.
Yeah,
right?
reverse.
That's the thing too. Like, I don't know anybody who says tomato. Like, that's just a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Or potato. If
Man, nobody says that shit.
yeah,
But people do
I
be
remember-
saying shit differently. Like I found here that I say like everything with that ends like airy, different. Like documentary is what I say. Everybody else say documentary.
Yeah.
But there's an A in there. God damn it.
That's fine.
I don't know.
Let him live.
That's probably my deal. Yeah, pretty like probably deal break for me.
So top 5 things to say to your girl to instantly escalate the argument, and I guess this applies to things that I think. Wait, okay, I'm gonna name some things that get me mad, so those count too. You know.
Oh, okay.
Because I coined myself as like a very emotional person already up front, I really don't like when someone asks me if I'm okay, because I usually tell them if I'm not. So usually if someone says, "Is something wrong?"
Wait, but wouldn't it be in the middle of an argument? They're gonna say that in the middle of an argument to you?
No, in the start of one.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Oh, escalate an argument. Oh, my bad. I read the shit wrong. My bad.
I feel like
a
number one thing is calm down.
Yeah.
I feel like telling someone in an argument to calm down is a surefire way to get them heated.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, you're right. Growing up listening to my parents fight, when my mom would tell my dad to calm down, he'd be like, "Annie, you know the opposite way to get me to calm down is to tell me to calm down."
Yeah. I try to like do it like with other words, like, "Yo, I think you just gotta relax." You gotta chill. You know what I mean?
You need to channel your energy. You need to find your inner peace. You know what I'm saying?
It's like what if somebody is wilding and how else you supposed to tell them to calm down, you know?
I feel like you shouldn't tell them to calm down. You should let them know that they're being heard with what they're upset about.
Right. But it's like also you being extra right now. I would want somebody to tell me that. I do get it. Like sometimes, like if I'm like talking and somebody like, "Whoa, why are you so loud?" And I'm like, "Oh shit." Then I'm like, "Nah, you loud. Fuck you. What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I would want somebody to tell me if I was wilding out and embarrassing myself. But again, I don't try
in
to do
an argument though.
Yeah, if we're arguing, then everybody's embarrassed right now.
Yeah, it's like emotions are high. Like you can't expect someone to be logical in an argument.
Right. That's the thing, though. I would never say calm down if it's just me in the person. Like we're just at the house. Like if it was me and Katie and we're just at the house and we're both like arguing about something, like I wouldn't say calm down. I would only use that if we're like out and about. Yeah, and like other people are like, you look around and motherfuckers are looking real awkward because we fighting. It's like, ooh. Although like that doesn't happen very often, but I guess like I know y'all have been there where you be around somebody and they start fighting and you're like, oh shit, well this is weird.
Yeah, then I think I'm like, damn, like they should just not, they should just avoid that. And I've been in situations where I'm like, oh shit, I didn't mean it to turn into this.
Right. Yeah, calm down is probably a big one. I don't know. I mean, if you say something, I think the second thing is not like a specific like phrase, but if you bring up something that y'all thought y'all buried,
or or someone saying like I don't know. I think also if they like if they repeat themselves or they make you repeat themselves,
what do you mean? Oh, they keep asking like, what do you mean?
That no, or they already cover. I don't know. They'll like already cover an example. I don't know.
and then bring it back up.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of arguments I had with like old customers of mine, not people.
Wow.
We're
talking about relationships.
I know.
No, one thing that like for me would always piss me off in relationships is when the guy would be like, what you should have done, if we're like arguing about something I did, and then they're like, you should have done this, and like telling me what I should have done, or like, if I was you in this situation, I would have done this. It's like, okay, I'm not you.
What is it? What does it depend on what the thing entails? You know, like if you're venting to him about how you're mad about something else, and he tells you should have done that, I can see you be like, yeah, that's how you would have handled it.
Well, I think it wouldn't be in a venting situation. It would be in a situation where he would be like mad at something
that you
did. Yeah.
Right. So is it really bad if he's like, oh, I would have probably reacted better if you'd have came at me this way? Is that better, or is that's still making you mad?
Wait, repeat it.
like I wouldn't be as pissed if you would have came to me like this instead of the way that you did it.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's different though, being like how like we could have handled the situation differently, but if it's just like you should have done this because this is what I would have done, and like that's perfect.
Yeah, I don't like the I would have done would have been like, yeah, we wouldn't even been fighting if it was me on the other side of it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because that's kind of that's just like pointing fingers at you again in a roundabout way. So I can see that, but I was saying like before, like bringing up something that you thought was like buried, like you thought y'all was good, and they bring up like, oh, remember when you did this shit, and then like, or like some behind your back kind of like smirking shit about it, and you're like, whoa, I thought we were done with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit makes me mad. You know what I mean? Because like if we not over it, then like let's talk about it till we over it. Don't bring that shit up in another argument.
Yeah,
for sure.
Especially
because if you've been dating for what, like 10 years now, like what are you just gonna fight about like the past 10 years every time you argue?
That'd be wild, because that's the thing too. We can't even do that because like you say something I did 5 years ago, I'm not even gonna remember.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is this won't escalate an argument. This will deflect an argument. If I'm engaging with something with like negative energy, and I'm trying to work on it because I'm in the wrong for it. But like if my girl tries to like detain me or diffuse me in any way, I'll just like transfer the anger and be like, why are you doing that? You know, and like I start a fight with her, like, so
yeah,
like,
that's not good, bro.
Yeah, but at the same damn time I'm like, yo, why are you trying to stop me? You know, like my argument is like, even if I wasn't dating you, if I was dating anyone, or if I wasn't even dating someone, this is how I would interact or engage in this scenario. So I don't want you to stop me from being me. That's like the only thing, you know.
Even if you know you wilding out here.
Even if I know I'm wilding, because it's like I need to express it for me to feel whole. Otherwise, like
like an event, you don't want to keep it in.
Yeah, so like for example, I'll give you a perfect example. It's not even a big thing because we've been over it, but like we were going to the movies or something, and like this dude almost like hit us in his car, trying to like race to a parking spot, right? And I was gonna roll down the window and just say something smart ass to him, like, yo, it ain't that serious, bro, or you know, something, just to let him know like his shit was like wild, and just for a little bit. And Joelle didn't like that, so she just like kept my window rolled up. And I was like, fam, stop. And I got like really mad. So like that's all it was. But I was just trying to explain that, like, you know, that really upset me because like I wanted to do what made me be me at that point. And I understand it you know, made her embarrassed or whatever, but at the same time,
escalated. Y'all just trying to see a movie. Now you gotta fight this dude in the parking lot.
Yeah, gonna pull out a knife.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, it's Arizona. You could have put out a gun.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you're right. I know. But so at those times,
we're Team Joelle on this one.
The world.
I don't know if I would have held down your like the window. That's wild.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I just would have. Yeah. So that's all I'm saying though, is like but yeah, I black out in those situations. I don't really account for the people I'm with. Like, I think
I'm with you. If I was like, maybe not on like not that like I'm about to talk shit about somebody, but if I was like, if I'm cracking jokes or something, and like Katie did something where she like kicked me or something, and was like, hey, don't, unless she kind of explained it, I guess. I'd be like, hey, like, why you trying to stop me from being me or whatever? But I don't know. I can't think of a good example of that happening. You know what I mean? I can see, like, sometimes Katie gets, like, road rage. I'm be like, ooh. But, like, I'm never like, yo, you should stop that. You know? Because we're just in our car. It's not like she's not saying it to the people.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I mean, there's levels to it. Like, you know, the times when the restaurants are like closed and Joelle's like, oh, they're closed. I'm like, says who? I'm about to walk in there. She's like, nah, like, don't, fam. And I'm like, all right, you're right. You know, because I'm hangry, bro. I'm such an irrational person when I'm hungry. I'm like, the chef will be walking out. I'm like, what's up? You got your tools, fam?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I think we with her on that one, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, I guess that's enough for that one. Anybody know like what's like the worst double standards, men or women?
I mean, I can think of one that's mine that's kind of funny. It's like I wouldn't want Joelle having like a male. I mean, she doesn't have one, but like a personal trainer. If she had like a one-on-one personal trainer, I wouldn't want him being just like this big ass buff dude. But contrary to that, or conversely to that, I'd be cool with me having a girl mental therapist, not necessarily a physical therapist, but like because
but the same thing would be if you had a personal trainer that was a chick.
Yeah, but right? I wouldn't. But that's the thing is I wouldn't. Not to be sexist, I wouldn't have a girl personal trainer. But unless she was teaching me how to run track or something. But
I feel like now that got sexist.
Yeah, what?
Okay. Said, like, I wouldn't
stopped while you were ahead.
Whatever.
Like, you should have said I wouldn't get one because like I feel like that'd be awkward for my girlfriend.
You could literally just say I prefer to have a male one.
No, I wouldn't get a.
Like, yo, she could teach me how to tumble or something. If I want to do backflips.
You need to apologize to all female trainers.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't have a personal trainer. Same with the only reason I have a dude trainer is he can teach me basketball. Like I know how to fucking work out. But yeah, so that's about it. I don't know about other double standards. I think about having maybe like girls. I have friends that are guys that guys can't have friends that are girls. That type of shit.
Oh yeah, I don't.
My best friend is a girl, so but it's like that's no threat because she is married with a baby, so it's like, and we've always been so that's like a silly even like.
But that is on both sides though. I think there's certain dudes that don't like when girls have friends that are dudes, and then girls don't like when dudes have friends that are girls.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a double standard.
I will say the weird. I mean, it depends on where you're at though, because like my hometown, people are weird and like. They rotated through. It seemed like the high school people, you know, and people that are like married now are like tagging each other in pictures, or they're like, "Oh, that's the person I went to prom with," you know. And I think it's just weird for them to be friends, like, and have that. Like, I think that would be more of like a on edge type situation because there's actual history in the past.
Yeah.
With just like instead of hypotheticals.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other double standards. What are I think it just. What's the biggest ones? I'm trying to think like dudes paying for meals on dates and shit like that. Right? That's a big one.
Yeah.
I
feel like double standards are just like more like a younger relationship thing. Like in high school, I feel like there's like double standards in relationships, but I feel like the older you get, there shouldn't really be.
Although I feel like there's still some like the dude having like I think some people still feel like the dude has to make more than the girl or whatever. Or like you know, like I see. Like, go ahead.
Just like when guys like expect a girl to like only have sex with like 3 people before they meet, but then he's had sex with like 57 people, like stuff like that.
Yeah, that's dumb. I think, when they do the body count thing, nobody really fucking cares.
Right.
But I mean, I think there's like there should be like an egregious amount for like everybody, right? Like if dude says he had sex with like 1,000 chicks, like yo, that dude probably got an STD. You know what I mean? I saw a tweet where a guy was like, I don't wear a condom because that's poor people stuff. And it's like, what? Like
No.
only poor people get STDs, and it's like,
yeah,
what?
it's weird. Right?
Like only poor people get STDs, man. I don't get those no more. Like
I
what?
saw a headline about this guy who like had sex with like 40 women and never thought he was supposed to wash his penis.
Oh wait, hold on, wait, what?
Yeah, he like I assume he's not circumcised, but it was like starting to stink, and he like went to the doctor, and he was
Yeah.
like, "I didn't know I was supposed to wash it." And they're like,
How do
Did
you
he
have
not
sex?
shower or what?
How do you have sex with 3 women if your dick stink?
he had sex
Let
with
alone
40
40.
women. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you get to 40? Like, by the 35th, at least, they should be like, yo, your dick smell terrible, dude.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
Not to go back to a gross point, but
No, that was actually somebody in the comments asked, like, circumcised or uncircumcised. Like,
yeah, I feel like I have
like,
friends who care about that.
like a dick's a dick, right? I think all dicks look weird.
I think a double standard. It's not really a double standard, but it was like an idea proposed. I heard of when I took a gender and society class or whatever, and they were
Mhm.
saying like if a girl is pregnant, should a guy have to wear like a sack to simulate like pregnancy with her?
What would
And
that even do?
just to show the pain that she goes through, the back pain and stuff like that. And
I don't know how
like,
that helps, though.
I was like, nah, man, you guys are not bringing in like anatomical designs in here. Like guys
Nah,
didn't
yo,
choose how we
it should-
design. We're
And I
Like,
feel like that's
the
just like
whole
one
thing.
part of it.
Right?
Nah,
They should
like-
do the whole thing. Let's fuck it. They do at the end when the girl's giving birth to the baby, they hook him up to that sensory thing to make him feel the whole thing the whole time.
Yeah.
like in Black Mirror,
Is that in Black Mirror?
what where the doctor puts like the cap on the patient so he knows what they're going through.
Oh, okay. I never see. I only watched one episode of Black Mirror, so
Oh yeah, and then he gets
Ever?
addicted. He gets addicted to pain and shit. It's weird.
I've only
Ooh.
seen that episode with where they're in the random moment, but later when they were in space or whatever, and the guy had made like virtual versions of them or some shit.
Yeah, that was a bad one. But yeah,
But I was gonna say, I did see. I don't know. I think it was maybe like Impractical Jokers, and they hooked him up to the thing that was supposed to simulate childbirth, and the dude was like, well, spazzing out.
Was it maybe a Try Guy video?
What is that?
The Try Guys?
I don't know them.
Okay. It's like they were BuzzFeed people. And they were just like a
Oh.
group of 4 dudes that just like would do random things.
They probably are the same people, to be honest.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But yeah, I can't think of anything else. I know, like, yeah, there's still people out there that still do the whole like she got to cook every day, and like clean and shit. And like the only thing that I like actually think makes sense is like dudes taking out the trash, like at night, because
It's
like
like-
obviously it's scary for chicks, you know?
Yeah. If you have to like go far.
Right.
Yeah.
But, like, other than that, like all the other stuff, like I clean the dishes if I want to clean the dishes or
Yeah.
cook or whatever. Like it shouldn't really, none of that shit should
It
really
should be
matter.
a partnership.
There you go. Sometimes, some people, not saying me, clean the dishes too much, but whatever.
blah blah blah.
She not
Do we
gonna
need to
like
bring Katie in here?
it, right? She'll talk shit. Oh, I don't do this. I'm sure I don't ever put the seat down or some shit.
I think there should be. I think the relationship or partnership comes into like strengths and weaknesses, though. Like if you're good at doing the dishes, Ty, you should do it.
What? No, that sounds terrible.
I'm just saying that, like.
I'm just good at cleaning, so I guess I'll just clean. Because then the other person could just be like,
No, I'll
"Oh,
give you
you
an
just
example.
do that. You're better than me at that." You know what I mean?
I'll give you an example. It's relevant. Joel's really good at picking avocados. Okay.
Okay. I get that.
I'm really bad at picking avocados. So I say some shit like, yo, I need you to pick the avocados because I suck at it. And she hits me with like, you gotta learn. And I'm like, no, I don't. If we're dating, you're the avocado quarterback. Like that's the job. Like I'm cool with that.
But
No,
what
I-
happens if you guys break up? Then how
Oh,
will you ever
damn.
pick an avocado?
I
Oh
mean,
shit, she got you.
well, if you got me with that, well then guess what the other description has to fill when that time comes around.
You're like, yo, I've been waiting for you to be my girl because
I just won't eat avocados. Yeah, that or I'll just have like somebody pick them for me. Or
Well,
whatever.
2 things. One, you're not picking avocado that often, so that's okay.
Exactly.
Like, but I'm saying like something like household chores shit. You can't do that because you just be like, oh man, you're really good at doing this fucking thing. Like,
No,
you just
household
gotta
chores
do it
are
all the
different.
time.
No,
Yeah,
household chores are different, but like,
right.
yeah, you
Like,
know.
I mean, like Katie, like her eyes water way more when she cut onions. So I'll cut the onions for her. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
fine.
That's
Because we're not
deep.
cutting onions all the time. But at the same time, it's like you like fuck my eyes though.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Like yo, you sparing your shit for my shit, but no, I get it. But you know, things that are like every day, it definitely has to be more of a partnership than like, oh, bro, you good at. Like I get it if you're like, oh, you're good at making steak, so you should make the steak.
Right.
Not like you're good at cooking, so you should cook every
Oh,
single
see, that's
time.
what I was thinking though, because like I would love to find someone who's really good at cooking, and I'd be like, I'm fine to wash the dishes every time, but like I don't want to cook. Like
I guess if you're trading off like that, if it's not, you know, you can't be like, yo, you gonna cook every time, but yo, dishes we switch off every.
yeah, exactly.
Like nah, fam. Or like I guess if you get a
I
chef
feel like
or
as long as
somebody,
it's 50-50, whatever, however that splits.
yeah, you just got to figure it out for yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I get that. But there's still people. There's people out here. I see like on Twitter. I feel like these are the same. These are like people who aren't in relationships, like girls who live in like apartments and like the beds on the floor and shit, and they don't furnish it. And they got. I don't know if y'all saw the thing of the girl taking the selfie, and she had a TV on top of a suitcase. The suitcase was a TV stand. But like chicks like that be like, oh, like a dude's supposed to pay all the bills in the relationship and like, you know, pay for like me to go get my nails done and like hair done and shit. Was like, damn, what the hell is your money for, you know?
Yeah.
But like that should be how some of the people act, you know. But I guess we can move on to I guess we were kind of already talking about that, like aligning bank accounts. None of us have done that yet.
Nah, if anything, that'd be a benefit to me because Joel's way more responsible than I am when it comes to money. Like I have this weird thing of like I only look at my bank account if I know like I'm low on funds. If I'm like, yeah, I should be I don't
I'll be
check
like,
it.
I check it when I get the deposit, and then I try to keep a mental.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, I don't want to keep checking because I don't want to check, and then something happened. I'm like, oh fuck. Even though I should check it in case something happens.
Right. It's like this weird mental thing. It's like I can't be broke if I don't check it, you know?
I think that's broke PTSD though. Like you don't you just don't want to check your bank account just in case like you just looking like, oh yeah, I am broke.
Yeah, like if I'm being responsible with my money, I'll like look at it constantly. But then if I have like a bad night out, I'm like, you know what? I don't need to know. And then I just like keep recklessly spending. And I'm like, well, I'll just get declined if I don't have enough.
Yeah.
It is cool when you think you have less money and then you check and you're like, oh shit.
That's
like,
the best.
Like, you know what? I have been good. Maybe I could go get that Chipotle. You know?
Yeah. I can't get the Supreme.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm out here bugging. I'm good. I'm rich. I start balling on motherfuckers.
Yeah, you turn around to the homie, you're like, yes, on the Pepsi and wings, fam.
For sure. But I don't think me and Katie, obviously, we've been, you know, we haven't married yet. So we've been talking about getting like a joint, like at least savings account to save up. But like, you know, I know people would just do it like they're still their money, like whatever they're like they get paid is their money, it's their money. But like as long as the bills get paid, you know, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I feel like that's just like a very married thing.
I will say, like, it doesn't really matter because none of us are celebrities type shit. But like, if I was an athlete or like I had a lot of wealth right now, like I believe in prenups, you know, because I
do too.
Not because I won't share my shit, but I don't believe that someone should be entitled to something that they weren't a part of the foundation. Like they can have anything of like what they accumulate when we're together, half of that, but not like if I come through like, you know, like Kobe had money and all these athletes have to give half of their shit away because they didn't sign the prenup. Like that's stupid.
Nah, I think people look at it as like, oh, you're asking for a prenup, like you don't think the love is real. But it's like if the love was real, you wouldn't care about signing a prenup.
That's what I like. I'm always so confused when people are against it. And it's like, oh, you think we're gonna break up? But then it's like, no, if you're not worried about it, then this literally doesn't matter. It just makes it easier if we do.
Right. Instead of like it being contentious. Like if it does, everything's clear cut and we don't have to like sit here with a lawyer and then, you know, fucking
drag it out for.
Yeah. Cause like with it, fucking Jeff Bezos is worth $100 something billion and he has to get his wife.
Yeah. That's like saying, like you're
but he didn't have that before.
Right. So they made it together, but I'm just like, I'm thinking that like how fucking like contentious that whole thing's gonna be, like because like he's so rich that if he offer her like 3 or 4 billion, that's an insult, you know?
Yeah, he's so rich.
But he's feeling like,
but it's $4 billion. It's like, bro, you know what you can do with $4 billion? Like, but fam, you got 130 of it. So,
but like the whole thing with like alimony, though, is like it's like, while it seems like so much to us because we have so far from that amount of money, but like living that lifestyle and like that's why you have prenups though and stuff. But like alimony is like you literally got used to living a certain way, or like having a house, or like
that's such a wild thing because it's like you could easily, especially rich people, it's not hard for rich people to live below their means. Like that's like easy as shit.
Yeah, like once you've seen the other side, you think you could just come back?
Right. No, I get that. Like again, I can see if it was like, oh, I can't go from, you know, millions and billions of dollars to living on 100,000. Even still, like that's crazy to us. But like, oh, I can't go from 130 billion to 4 billion. Like, I think you can, bro. There's really not.
Yeah.
Like your lifestyle really not gonna change much. Just like, you know what I mean? Like you still get the P-Jets and the bidets and shit.
But and I was saying, like, we fill out health insurance information and like it's like, yo, you think you're gonna die? It's like eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true. Yeah. Like it's just there, insurance.
We fill out, you know, we talk about sick days, we prepare for shit, you know, like I think a prenup is more than appropriate. Again, it doesn't matter if you're broke because prenups account for debt too, so you can marry someone and be like, "Yo, you have my college debt too now."
Yeah, it don't even matter. There's a workaround of prenups anyway. It's called having kids. So
yeah,
still got to pay child support. It don't even matter. Yeah. The child support, that's just as crazy, right? It's like percentage.
That's life hack. Oh, that's another double standard. Or going back to backpedaling a little bit, it's like people having kids and stuff.
How's that double standard?
Yeah.
No, the people that say like they're cool with having kids, but they couldn't date someone with kids.
Well, they want their own kids.
No, that's fine. I'm saying there's some people that have kids that are like, oh, they can only date someone if the other person doesn't have kids.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I've read that before.
Yeah, nah, fam. Although I guess you wouldn't want to, like, yo, my kid's my world, and I know your kid's your world, so we probably shouldn't.
We don't have any more time.
Yeah, like
this is what happened when the world's
me. I'll be like, how old is your kid? Oh, your kid can babysit my kid. Fine.
We got ourselves a basketball team. Let's rock.
Right? Like, what the hell? That's wild.
But anyway, yeah, my bad. Backpedal.
Oh yeah. We're just talking about, but yeah, I don't really know about the line in the bank accounts. I can see, like, when people do get in trouble, I think it'd be with that in terms of like, I know people who like family have gone into like debt because like one partner was like taking out credit card bills and just fucking shit up. Yeah. Or like, you know, somebody has a gambling problem, and if they got access to everybody money, that's everybody money in the gambling problem, you know? But yeah. I mean, obviously that's just like, you might protect yourself if it's separate, but at the end of the day, like if Katie was blowing all her money, regardless if we have a joint bank account or not, I ain't making rent. So you know what I mean? Like, so
I don't know. If I shared a bank account, like Joelle doesn't always like, I mean, she wouldn't be every day like, yo, why'd you go to Taco Bell 3 times today? Right. You know, but I don't know. She's pretty responsible with her shit. So I'd be okay with her having the debit cards on deck or whatever.
Only thing I can think of is like if you wanted to buy something, I mean, like you couldn't because like the other person just bought something random. But like I feel like the chances of that happening is probably slim, right?
Yeah.
Like if I thought I was saving up to buy like a game or something, and then you know somebody like Katie just came through like, oh yeah, I bought a vacuum randomly. Like, wait, what?
But I feel like you guys would still have like separate accounts.
Right.
Like you'd still have yours and she'd have hers.
Right. No, not with us, because I was saying like in general, somebody like, because I think some people just have full, like it's just one account and you just 2 cards.
Oh really?
Yeah. That was a lot of the time when I worked alarms or sales. They'd be like, "Oh, I gotta call my husband, see if I can use this card." I'm like, man,
that seemed like a lot of extra. Like to me, I think the best thing to do is like you have a joint account where you put a set amount of money in from each other, and then like if you want to keep like a little on the side for like that way you don't have to call each other to make every purchase, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you
That
need
seems
that
crazy.
right, if you need to dip into like the big shit, then you hit them up like oh
Right.
yeah, I'm out here, like I know we need this. It's a cool, you know what I'm saying? Instead of like me buying a fucking Fitted and I gotta call Katie to make sure there's money in the account, you know? Like that would be kind of wild. But I think some people have it where it's just the one, so it should be kind of crazy to me.
For sure.
But everybody's bills like separate. So I'm like, obviously I have no clue, but you guys don't even know either. But like with the fucking, because it's not like I know like everything like comes together, but I don't think like your loans and shit don't. Like it's not like you make one loan payment now. You know?
No, but you could be like, you're on the hook for like if it goes to collections and shit, they come after you now too.
Right.
Yeah.
Just the responsibility of making sure it gets paid now is shared.
I'd be down to. I told Joel like I gotta I'm thinking about opening up like a credit union or credit card or something for just to exercise my credit, and throwing like $50 on it or something like that, and I call that like the going out to dinner card or some shit.
Right, and you just pay it off quickly.
Yeah, and then but
that's always
that
always feels like what you want to do with a credit card, and then it's months later, and then you're like, "Fuck, I got a lot on this credit card."
Yeah, I mean,
every here and there, it was like boom, and me it was just my shit.
You're
is
like,
from,
I have extra.
Right, my shit has been like one time I paid for, I think for flight like plane tickets, and I just never paid it down, and so like, god damn it, that shit is still on there. So, but
no, I mean. I don't make that much money, but I mean, yeah, you're right. I
mean, I'm not saying get a credit card, just don't be dumb.
Yeah,
no, I won't be. I'm saying, but that's what I was saying. Like Joelle is responsible, so she'll be like, "No, this is the going out dinner dinner card. Like, why'd you pay for hockey equipment?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah,
that should be tempting. It's like, yo, I don't know, I could. Like, I ain't DJing in a while. I could throw that DJ equipment right on the credit card, pay it off in a couple months.
Yeah,
you just don't.
Yeah,
but that's how it should be. But I guess we're kind of getting off the off topic. Just talk about our own
just finances and life.
Yeah, broke decisions. Like, god damn it, we all broke. Fuck it. The next thing was how to promote personal growth without sounding condescending. I have no clue how to do that.
Yeah.
How to do what?
Question.
Promoting like personal growth without sounding condescending. So basically, like,
I feel like if you don't like, it's basically you don't like something they do. How do you talk to them about it?
Yeah, I feel like that's hard. Like, not even just relate, like friends and shit.
Yeah, like
wait, give me an example because like I know where I stay. Like I know that Joel does like a more important industry than I do. So like
it don't even have to be just jobs. It can be just like something that they do that's like kind of like not good. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like sometimes they don't take a shower on certain days and they smell bad.
That's I feel like the way this question's worded, it's kind of just like I don't
growth.
Totally know what.
I think it could be all that stuff. Like yo, you could be better at doing this, but I don't know. I don't know how you. That's hard. Like if you think I would imagine if you don't think that they smell good, like you're probably not gonna stay with them.
Yeah, but if it's something like as simple as like the dishes or something, like I feel like it's just basically approaching anything that you don't like that they do without it being an argument.
And
like,
you're right, it's
we
debatable.
probably need somebody. We probably need a girl who's like in the relationship at this point because I feel like a lot of girls like to say that they fix dudes or whatever.
Mm.
Hey, just like I said, Joel tried to tell me you need to learn how to pick avocados, and I said no, that's not true. I just need
anything that she like taught you how to do.
See, that's the thing is like instead of there's things that I know I could learn how to do, right? But I also find joy in finding people that are good at doing those things.
And having them do it.
Right, just like I could learn how to put my battery in my car, but I also could find a mechanic to do it for me.
But do you find joy when you go to the mechanic?
Listen, I find the joy in having the mechanic do it over myself doing it. For real.
First of all, putting in a battery is easy as shit.
Okay, that's not the point. What I'm getting at, It's like the
People
things
say
that I
funny.
know, the things I know I'm capable of learning, I will go on and learn at any point in time myself anyway. When I'm over here being like, nah, you do this because you're better at it, I'm never gonna learn how to do it because I'm always like, oh yeah, someone's better at that. Like I pick and choose where I shine in this life.
Nah, okay. I mean, I get again avocado. I get because I myself have produce anxiety.
It's little things. I'm always gonna come to you for little things. It's never something big like, yo, I don't know how to put my shoes on. I don't know how to fucking like. I don't know how to do that. Nah, like I've definitely like that. That's like, give me the respect that if you weren't around or anyone else was around, like I've lived my life, obviously, you know.
This is a guacamole free life.
That's what. I feel like it just becomes like a dependency thing, though.
Yeah, you want to be able to do stuff. I think you do have to learn how to do stuff on your own. But that's getting off.
Yeah, I feel like that's a different question.
I also had a different thing that because we were talking about just on the tie the shoe thing. Like, we were saying like obviously I would tie like Katie's shoes if she asked me, but I was like I would never ask Katie to tie my shoes. I feel like that's degrading.
Yeah, that's weird.
That was weird. They when you were talking about it in the group, they said that was weird. That I thought it was degrading to ask your significant other to tie your shoes.
Wait, what?
If there's no reason for why, like, you can't do it, it just seems like a power move.
Exactly. My thing was like, I heard it in a Future song about him saying that, she ain't my bitch till she tied my shoes. And I was like, that obviously not something you want somebody you love and respect to do. But
right.
I mean, Future's not the person I go to for love advice.
No.
But, so that's why I thought that, but apparently I was weird. And Katie just walked in the room while I said that.
Hi, Katie.
She can't hear you. Courtney said hi.
Oh, hi, Courtney.
Yeah, they can probably hear you. But yeah, I did that. Am I right though? That's weird, right?
Yeah, like unless like she's like holding things and you guys are like walking in somewhere and she's like, oh, my shoes untied, like whatever.
Right. Exactly. But
I definitely think it's a weird thing to just ask someone when you're fully capable.
Right? Like, oh, tie my shoes. Like anybody. Like if it was an assistant or some shit. Like that's wild. That's like wild shit. But I don't know. They were just saying like that. Or like but like other stuff is like, oh yeah, can you put lotion on my like heel or something? Or
I've had people put my deodorant on me.
Yeah, that's weird.
Why?
I don't know. It just is like a nice thing to have someone else do.
I wouldn't even think to get somebody else to do that.
Yeah, I don't know why I've asked people to do it, but
what are you just with your hands full?
I'm just like, I just feel like that.
That's weird, bro.
Yeah. I think that's worse than tying the shoes, man.
But you don't have to bend over and like get to the ground. Like you stay fully standing.
That's true. The bending over thing make you feel like a king.
Yeah.
Probably if somebody's tying your shoe like that. But even still, it's like if I was there and you was like, "Hey, Ty, can you put this deodorant?" I'd be like, "What?"
Yeah,
why
I give you that.
My just put the deodorant on.
Dude, it's mad funny. My roommate, he doesn't listen, so it's all good. He like asked me every now and then to put like in the summertime to put sunscreen on his back, and your man's got like 19 boils on his shit. Oh. So like, I'm just like, I just like make like 3 little like hand splats, and like I'm like, you're good, bro.
See, sunscreen though, I get because like people can't get to the back, so you just try to help make people not get skin cancer. So like that's not
I'm not having. See, I don't care. I'm the lead. I'm I'm not having a man rubbing lotion on me.
Yeah, you gotta get the spray, bro. I'm sorry,
but no,
yeah,
as someone who burns really easily, like you need someone else to help on the back. Like you just do.
Yeah, but
I mean, won't get it all.
Okay, that's a double standard. I'm cool with girlfriends rubbing lotion into each other's back. I'm not cool with dudes doing it.
Yeah, I don't think I would. Like my homie just kind of like, hey, can you rub some cocoa butter on my ankle?
Yeah, nah,
the ankle you can get.
I don't care. My back, I'd rather have sunburn than
the ankle you can get, but you don't get it as good as somebody else.
And me being like, yo, Ty, can you get lower? Yeah, lower, fam. Thanks.
But if you don't burn easily, I feel like you cannot have a say in this sunscreen conversation.
I don't even put on sunscreen, so but I have helped.
I burn easily, bro. I
would feel weird if like another girl was like, "Hey, can you put sunscreen on my back?" I would feel weird about that.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Somebody else would have to do that, fam. I'm not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've definitely put it on, or even like a dude. I don't know. I'm like, yo, I get the spray, fam. I spray you up.
but then still gotta like rub it in a little bit.
They're gonna have to like rub against something. I don't know.
When we were in Mexico, I had everyone just putting sunscreen on me. We were all just putting sunscreen on each other.
They're putting sunscreen and they're putting deodorant on your underarms.
It was the best vacation ever.
You guys are like washing each other's hair in the beach shower.
I'll do some things like to get Joelle involved, just like with my day to day, even though I'm capable of doing it. Is like a fun example is like if I'm smoking weed and cooking at the same time, I'll be like, yo, can you grind a bowl for me? Load a bowl for me, even though I'm perfectly capable of doing it. I just like her interacting with my activity.
Yeah. I think I understand that, and I think I myself have a problem like doing that. Is like I like to, if it's me doing the stuff, like I like to just do it myself. Whereas like Katie will ask me like, oh, can you do this? Like help me out doing that. And it's not even like I don't think she's wrong for doing that. It's just me myself. I'm like, oh, I'll just do it myself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of asking you.
But I think asking like other things is totally normal. I think the tying the shoe thing is really where I have the heavy like.
No, yeah, that's like I said, that's degrading. Like,
yeah,
like we out in public, like go ahead, tie my shoe real quick.
Yeah,
or like I can't even think of anything that's equivalent to that. Like I don't know, I guess like a girl asking the dude to hold their bag for no reason.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of times that's just like necessary.
It's necessary. But like I think sometimes people do that shit and it don't be necessary. They just like, yo, hold my bag, and they just be walking around like, well, you definitely could have just held your own bag,
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's not. I feel like that had nothing to do with we didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't even know where we started with that, but here we are.
We're saying like making like people like egging people to grow personally without.
Oh yeah, that question I just.
Oh yeah, we didn't really touch on that.
I don't know what to do with it because it's like you could be like I don't like if they're in a job that you think is not that great. Like you're really gonna be like, oh, I don't think you should do that. Like no, I feel like that'd be fucked up.
I say things. It's not necessarily condescending. Is like I guess going back to what I said earlier. Like if I seem surfacely upset at work or something, and Joelle thinks I'm mad at her, I'll sometimes be like, "Listen, you need to get better at asking me. Like you need to get better at like knowing when it's cool to ask me if I'm okay or not. And like that's not me really trying to improve her. It's just me trying to like."
Just improve the relationship.
No, that's just me rationalizing my anxiety at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that because people deal with anxiety. I think I got better with that in terms of like knowing that it's just sometimes the anxiety talking. I don't think that's not something Katie like you need to do.
Yeah, and like for example, Ty, like being from back home and shit, like people are like, "Yo, what's good then?" Like that's kind of like a trigger. Like, all right, well then, what's good? Like, and then like you when I'm like venting to someone about anything else, like I guess it's just an implied norm for me. Like if I'm coming to you, Ty, about like other people, that's like the safety net. So then you're just like, well, you mad at me, fam? And then I'm like, fam, why you mad? Why would you think? All right, well now I am mad at you. Let's go. And that'll happen. Like I'll like be venting to Joelle about work, coworkers, blah blah blah, and she'll be like, well, you're not mad at me, right? I'm like, nah, fam.
Right. No, I get that.
No, she won't say like, nah, she won't be like, I don't do that. Or she won't be like, are you mad at me? Blah, blah. She'll like, I'll be mad and like, steaming and stuff. And then she'll be like, what's wrong? And I'm like, well, fuck the shit that I just vented to you about.
Right. No, I get what you're saying, but I think some people aren't like, I think you aren't somebody who can like kind of compartmentalize,
Yeah.
Like some people can and some people can't. Like if I'm mad about something at work or with somebody else, like I'm not about to show it to somebody else. Like I'll still be fun as hell with somebody else because I'm not mad at them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna, but I'll still be mad like in the back, like on the back burner about that one thing. You know what I'm saying? But like some people, if they're just mad, that's just what it is.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but again, like and I vary from coworkers to just mad at my own shit, mad at to like. Or like, achievements I thought I had or I didn't have throughout the day or whatever. Like I'm mad, I'm hungry. It could be surface shit, it could be internal stuff. But so it varies. It's hard for me to apply it to someone like, yo, you should know when like I don't even know,
No, I get that. But But yeah, how what that to do with? Now I'm confused.
I think this question is just this is just a weird question.
No, I
and
was
don't
saying
think-
trying to tell people how to read myself better, how to approach me better. Like they should get better at learning how to approach me. But
That-
it sounds condescending because
That's like double whammy because it's like not only condescending, that shit is about you. And ain't even about them.
Yeah.
He's just reflecting right now on life.
I know.
Yeah,
I get it. I was just saying in general. Yeah, I don't think there's a good way to do it. I think you just gotta wait until they're fed up with something to be like, you know what, you should get a better job, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't happen in relationships, but it happens like with the people that when you ask them like, yo, how'd you get where you're at? They're just like, oh, I just had to work hard, and like implying that like you don't work hard, you know?
Yeah, that's just trash too.
Yeah. That's yeah.
I guess we should pivot from that to like more important things like is it okay to talk about poop with each other?
Very important.
Yes.
Who are these people who don't talk about these things with other people?
It definitely takes time though. It's not the thing you say right off the bat. And it's not I'm still not something that it's not something that you like you don't need to be in the bathroom together and stuff like that. But yeah, the whole like, yo, I need to poop, my stomach hurts, like that's cool. Like when you start dating though, it's not the first thing. Like you're not like, oh, like a very common conversation with my girl now, it will be like, you know, year to date. Oh, what's up? Like, how was your day? Good. Yeah, you know, I had this lunch, so my stomach hurt, you know, but I pooped earlier, like before my second lunch. So I'm good. I had coffee, so that made my shit going. But like if you had a first date, you wouldn't be like, how was your day? It was good. Work was cool. Cool. Did you poop? You know, like you wouldn't say that. So
like actually I haven't, so I probably need to go on this date.
Yeah. So excuse me if I'm a little uptight. But yeah, not for real. Like that's I think that definitely like people are lying if they say no, we talked about that on day one.
No, oh nah. You definitely hide.
There's like a threshold of comfortability that you have to get to.
Yeah, it's like all the stuff like blowing. I would say even like blowing your nose because I don't like blowing my nose in front of people like that much. But like you know that waking up and your hair is kind of fucked up. Like I don't know. I've been watching things recently where like the girl like puts on makeup before the dude like gets up and shit. Like that is wild. Like why would you do that?
That's all just like insecurities and whatnot.
Right, but I think there's a lot of like girls who, like the dude doesn't see them without makeup when they first start dating for like a long time.
Yeah, I used to see people take selfies and be like, "Oh, just woke up," but it's like they had obviously makeup on, so it's like they woke up, put makeup on, got back in bed just for the selfie. It's like, fam,
I mean,
extra.
Like, how long do you wait, Courtney? Like, with like, do you like have a set time or anything like that where you would show the dude without makeup or?
No, I feel like it just depends on like what you also do. Because if you're just like casually like dating and like going out and whatever, but no, I think it just
is, yeah, you don't think about
depends. Yeah.
So I think people do.
I don't really know makeup that much beyond like lipstick and stuff, so I don't know.
I feel like there's this one guy I went out with, and he was like, "I love that you don't wear any makeup. Like that's amazing." And I had like eyeliner, mascara. Like I was like, "What? Like, do you think this is what eyes naturally look like?"
Like, wow, I can't believe you're so naturally beautiful.
I'm like, this is not. There was effort put into this. Like, please respect that effort.
Yeah, like you're just trying to compliment. He didn't know.
Yeah, but that's why I feel like boys don't know like when girls have on makeup and stuff.
I don't know all the layers of the shit. Like I don't know the ins and out of it, but I think I can tell when somebody. I think I'm probably better at telling when somebody starts off not because obviously I work with a lot of girls, and so like I can tell when they show up with like makeup or like once they follow me on Instagram, I follow them back. I'm like, yeah, you don't look like that every day.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that's wild. Like some people look like a completely different person. Like than what they show like, and then, like I'm not knocking it at all. I'm just saying like you can definitely tell. But sometimes there's some people who like wear like very like little makeup that is like hard for you to tell, I guess.
Yeah.
There's but it's funny because on like the Snapchat or Instagram pages, like I see often like those like it's like disaster pages or whatever, and it's a bunch of makeup kits being like destroyed. And I'm like, yeah, I can't relate to this at
I think
all.
they're expensive. I think that's what the point is, right?
I guess, but again, I don't know what they mean or what parts, like if that's like for lips or for eyes. I'm just like, oh shit, that looks dangerous. I don't know.
Right? Like I'm like, I never know. I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't. Eye stuff is where I probably have no clue. Like if you got eyeliner on or some shit, I probably have no clue.
Yeah.
Like, but like all the, I guess if it's like the actual like face cheek shit, I could probably tell.
Blush.
Yeah, I don't know, or like the curling stuff, or like,
oh yeah, with the eyebrows and like, cause I feel like girls say that all the time when like they'll
the ones that are like colored pencils,
or like Baby Tegan, shouts to Baby Tegan. Like they say like, oh yeah, such great eyebrows, and I'm like, who pays attention to that?
Yeah, vanity man.
It's weird, but like, I hope girls are just doing that for themselves, because dudes do not care.
Yeah, because like dudes are not in the bathroom like, yo, so I would date Shelly, but her eyeliner is not. It's not.
But I feel like you say that, but then you like see them without makeup, and you're like, oh, like you look so tired, or like blah blah blah, and it's like
I can see that.
You might not be like, oh, like I want her to have perfect eyebrows, but then if they like don't have great features in whatever way, like I feel like you're not like, oh, I want you to have perfect eyebrows, but if they don't have like nice eyebrows, you're like, oh, they're not that cute.
Oh, I get what you mean. Like we don't realize how much those things like kind of accentuate.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking like, because I would never be like, yo, look at her, look how fucking nice her eyelash look, or you know what I mean, or eyebrows, like those fucking shits are perfectly like, you know what I mean? Because I don't think girls are looking at that when like I get a haircut and I got like a crisp line.
Yeah,
like it's just like, oh, the haircut is nice.
The thing I just don't get is like to put that much effort in to like attract someone is like eventually you're not gonna have that on. So it's like, what are you like
that's
trying to do with all of that?
I'm always like, yo, just be yourself. Like if people don't fuck with it, then don't fuck with it.
That's why I've never understood like push-up bras.
Yeah.
If he's gonna find out you got small titties, then he's gonna find out.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna care. He's probably gonna be cool. Like, I don't know, like, cause we don't know the difference between titty sizes. So,
and dudes try to act hard. They try to get a big truck to make up for a small dick, or they try to do other things, and like eventually,
I don't think that's a good thing though. Like, no, I don't think girls see a big truck like that guy must have a big dick. Like,
no, they think the opposite. But what I'm saying is like, if you try to stunt and act like you have a big dick, eventually she'll find out. So you might as well downplay it. You know what I'm saying?
Right? You gotta, like just
like, you gotta like set the tone and be like, hey, what's up, girl? You ever fuck around with a micro penis?
Literally though, there's one guy I like was dating for a little while. No, I'm not gonna.
You got a micro penis.
But he would like joke about how small his dick was, and like we were all just friends at first. My girlfriends and I would be like it can't actually be small though, right? Mm-hmm. Because like he jokes about it so much. Like he probably has like a huge dick because he just jokes about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, reverse psychology on you.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't. He was just being honest.
That's I'm telling you, that's how you got to do it.
But I was like, I'm curious now, like, because no guy makes that many jokes about having big.
Right, and then you get, and then I feel like it might work out. It might have worked out for him, like if it was like average, because then you would have been like, oh, okay, so he was fucking around, but it's still average.
But the poor guy, you're just like, well, I want to see it now, and then like you're like, oh wow, it's small as shit, and he's like, I told you, and they're like, well, we thought it'd be big. We thought it'd be big because you were making all these jokes. He's like, nah, I made all these jokes because I didn't want y'all to know. And I thought y'all was on my side, and now y'all just be making fun of me, and all of this could have been avoided. How you not seen my dick?
Yeah.
Damn.
So
shouts to that guy, man. Shame on you.
No, not shame on her. Nothing wrong with nothing you did was wrong.
Did he show you his penis?
Yeah.
And how? Did he just flashed it?
No.
No. Because that's wild. Y'all stormed in like a committee and was like, "Hey,
it was just me. It was just
me and the girls. Me and the girls been talking, and we think the jokes are enough. We want to see it."
I think
Jesse got the whole story wrong. Jesse thinking that he was telling the jokes to the group, And then one day I was like, "Yo, you keep telling me
Show
jokes
us your
but you think
dick.
that."
Okay,
Nah,
my
she
bad.
said she was dating him, so she saw it eventually through
Oh, my bad. I was way off.
Through sexual
osmosis,
relations.
sexual osmosis.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was in high school, man. There was this girl that used to joke around her boobs, but like we're like, and then she flashed everyone. So
Okay,
Yeah.
what was even the joke about her boobs?
it was something about like her having small nipples or something.
And she had small nipples.
They weren't that. I mean, I don't remember, but I think
I
it
don't
was.
think-
I think
I
it was
don't
the opposite of what the argument was.
This is a super random, but I don't think dudes would care about small nipples. Big nipples, maybe.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Double
Which is-
standard.
There's a double standard. We were looking for one.
I think it's not like big nipples. I think it's just like nipple like
Ratio.
your ratio. Like if your nipple like 50% of the tit, like it look like your titty is like dipped in chocolate, then I don't know. Like
That was just such a clear visual for me. I just saw a boob like going into chocolate.
into it. And that's the whole like half nipple, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man, chocolate
Half nip,
covered
half
titties.
breast, bro. This is an areola, bro. So half.
Good pun. That's a good pun.
yeah. There we go. Damn, I'm sure that had nothing to do with what we were talking about. We were talking about poop, weren't we?
Yeah.
No.
But then it was just
We've been off all pod. It's all good.
It's whatever, bro. It's cool. Like I said, if it was going long, we could just bust it into two different sections. What was it? Oh, should you have rules in an open marriage? I have never been in an open relationship
You
ever.
should
so I
not
don't
have
know.
an open relationship or marriage. Fuck that. That does
I
not
think-
exist. It's an oxymoron.
no, but I think it depends on the situation though too.
Nope.
What's the situation? It depends on.
Well, because like I have this one guy in my life, and we like are in each other's lives, and at one point we're like, okay, we really like each other, but we've just never lived in the same area, like the same
Mhm.
city. So we would visit each other, and we like would talk regularly, but we're also like, okay, it's not realistic to like
Mhm.
date, but we still like really care about each other and like want each other in our lives. So we're like, yeah, okay, we'll do it. But then if you meet someone or I meet someone, like we'll just have to like approach that situation with each other.
I don't think that's an open relationship though. Is
Yeah,
it?
it's not. Yeah, that's just you knowing somebody.
that sound more like friends with benefits more than
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, maybe.
like because
There's
that's more.
no-
I think
especially
open-
marriage. Like, nah.
No,
I think
well,
yeah.
but I feel like in like even in open marriage, like I think the idea that monogamy and just going like straight to marriage isn't for everyone. So I think being
Mhm.
open to the idea, like, okay, it's not for you, that's totally fine. And that's an important thing for you to know about yourself. But
Right.
like I feel like there can be people who like want that. And
I
that's
think-
like okay.
I think I'm with you if it's like both of the people come together and they make that like they come to that realization about themselves in a relationship like together. But I think
Yeah.
most of the time it's like one person like wants that and the other person doesn't, but they also don't want to lose that person. And so they kind of agree to it.
Yeah.
And then it gets messy,
When if you go into a marriage with it not being open and then have to decide like a couple years down the road that you want to open it up, that seems tricky for sure.
But then there's so many layers to it because then people are like, yeah, we just, we're married because of the financial shit. And it's like that could have been avoided from the jump too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like being like, oh, well, we're just stuck because we have kids together. And it's like, I don't know. I don't believe in. I think a relationship is the exclusivity, and then being open is the opposite of that. So,
But I think no. I think exclusivity is monogamy.
okay, yeah, and that's the relationship. That's the only thing that makes us exclusive.
I would say that like you wouldn't share I've never been in one, so I would imagine like you wouldn't share certain things with like I guess the people that you are having sex with that you would with the person that you're in
Right.
a relationship. Like I might have, which is wild, obviously for us to comprehend because we're not like that. Or some people might be, some won't. But like, I'll go and have sex with this person, but I'm not gonna go to the movies with them. Like I'm not gonna watch Game of Thrones with
Right.
them. Like that would be more a violation of my marriage than having sex with them. Which in some ways I get that too. Like, 'cause, a relationship isn't just sex. It's it's like the other intimate stuff.
Right.
You know, like cuddling with the person probably more fucked up for them.
Yeah, but again, I think to get to the point where you're talking to the person to get where you have a sex meetup or
Yeah.
whatever, that requires more unless you're just straight up
That
like,
is also true.
yeah, unless you're just texting someone like, "Yo, you trying to fuck?" And
You
then
can only
it's
do
like,
that
no,
like on Tinder, and you just
yeah,
like,
no
I'm just trying to
context,
fuck.
yeah,
And you
yeah,
gotta
but I
be-
feel
open
like
marriage.
you feel
you
like
guys
what?
are clearly just like good with commitment and all of that stuff, but there are like other people
Oh, we
who
know.
just like aren't good at that or like don't necessarily
Okay,
want
but that doesn't mean you're in an open relationship. That means you hoeing.
No, it doesn't.
Double standard right there.
Dudes
No.
be hoeing too. So that's where I'm
Okay,
at.
that's what I'm saying. They're not in a relationship either. I'm not.
But like
Hey,
you have
Courtney, I'm not
relationships.
knocking the hustle. I'm not knocking the hustle. I'm saying if you're in a relationship, you in a relationship. If you dating other people, you're not in a relationship with that one person when you're dating other people. It can't be.
But like you and Ty have a relationship.
Okay, and I'm not doing a podcast with any other people.
Oh shit! I didn't tell you, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't care if you're doing another podcast, but that's different, obviously.
I think there's just a difference between relationship and monogamy. Is all I'm
He
saying.
said that's different. Obviously.
I get it. I get again.
A
If
different
people just come to
relationship.
that, Jesse is like he don't think it can ever happen.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
feel like maybe this question should
no.
pivot.
Me, I'm like, I feel like if they come to it, if they already know that they like that, and they can come to the agreement as adults, then it's like they're adults, do what the fuck they want. But like, you know what I'm saying? I would. It's just hard for. I can see how it's hard for like me and Jesse to see how that would be because you know I've been in a relationship for 10 years. It's hard for me to
That's
see how that
so
would work.
insane.
And I
Right,
have and maybe who knows? 20 years from now, y'all could be slangers or swingers or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, I don't get that one. Nuh-uh, I don't understand it. So
Slingers or swangers or whatever they're called. But yeah,
it's swingers.
Yeah.
isn't that like
That's
the
a
TV
that's
app?
a Spider-Man nickname, bro.
I was like, that sounds like a strip club.
well,
it's like a
yeah,
male
yeah,
strip club.
yeah,
too.
yeah,
nah.
well, that's what I mean. A male strip
yeah,
club.
nah, Courtney, by all means, the girls can do and fornicate and sleep around, do all that shit. That's a whole nother thing. I'm saying I just don't. I think it's just a complete oxymoron, and it doesn't exist like an open marriage or an open relationship. I think you could have the watered down reverse of that. You could have a friends with benefits, but there's no like responsibility or no commitment tied to that.
I
But
think we might just have to agree to disagree on that one.
that's fine.
Kids.
I'm
You
not.
think they tell the kids that they're in the open?
They tell
What?
the kids.
If they had kids, you think they tell the kids that they're in an open relationship or marriage or whatever?
Mommy's at Bobby's house tonight. Like, that's weird,
That would be wild.
Yeah, I feel like telling kids is weird.
But like that should be if it's like that's y'all life. That's what I don't know.
Right. I was
We can move
watching
on.
Sicario today, and like the kids got killed up from the drug lord.
And that's the same thing as an open relationship.
the kids got involved. The kids got involved with the mess. It's like, oh, the kids can get involved with the open relationship mess.
Yeah, I guess that everything you do is gonna bleed into your kid's life. I get what you're saying.
Right. So
why you just don't have them and you can do whatever you want.
There you go.
Or don't get in a relationship. You can do whatever you want.
That's also
or
true.
find a relationship that accepts what you want to do.
That's
and you're
also
totally
true.
fine.
Everything
Yeah.
is true.
Find someone that wants to be with other people.
We're gonna skip the secrets one because I feel like you probably shouldn't keep secrets. I guess if they're big, I don't know. We're gonna go with share Facebook accounts.
Lame.
Why is that lame?
Oh, we talked about that, I think, on episode 6 when Courtney was on the first go around. I think we talked about the person that usually that only ends up when someone cheated. And that's the reason why they ended up having a shared account. Because the person doesn't trust them with their messages and stuff.
But I feel like they could still just like reach somebody. I mean, if a person wanted to cheat, they're gonna cheat.
Right. I think it's lame having like a shared social media account because again, when you're an individual,
Right.
I don't know. I think it's lame.
I guess we could go even further into like, would you be like mad that the other person like certain like things, like if they like the thirst trap or something?
Mm.
Nah, not mad. I would just find. I mean, it's whatever. If like Joel was scrolling through like a bodybuilder page and there's a bunch of dudes with their shirts off, like working out, and I'd be like, no, it's cool. Like, it's
What if
whatever.
it's someone she knows?
Nah,
Ooh.
yeah, no, you can't do that.
I don't
It-
know, but I feel
like,
like
if
if somebody
Joelle can watch
kinda
porn,
blurry.
it's cool. Like Joelle can watch porn, but she can't watch a dude she knows naked. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that.
Right.
I'm talking about, but we're talking about just bodybuilding. Like if it's somebody she knows and they just did like a bodybuilding meet and she liked their photo, it could be like, oh, I'm supporting my friend because they're doing something they like.
Yeah, I mean,
Not that
yeah.
I'm really thirsting over them, you know.
No, actually, no. You're right because we have a homie that is a personal bodybuilder or a personal trainer, and she like likes his photos and stuff. But again, like I don't see a threat because
Right.
he's married and he's got a kid. But if this dude was like single and
Right.
had no like ties, then yeah, like again,
Yeah.
it's like when guys are jealous, they don't not trust their girl. They don't trust the dudes because dudes are always trying to go after a girl, regardless of like what a girl has. Like a girl having a boyfriend doesn't stop a guy. So it's just like with driving, I trust my driving. I don't trust drivers around me. So
Yeah, but at the end of the day, your girl's the one who kind of she's the one who's gonna say no.
it is, but that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you're right.
That was quick. I think it just obviously depends, like, because I feel like sometimes I do think about that, like, if it's somebody we went to college with and it's like they doing something like, oh, like they're just working out, like I feel like, oh, they're working out, that's cool that they like deadlift this much, but like also they're in leggings and shit, and like you know what I mean, like I'm like if I like that, like is Katie gonna feel some type of way? But like I don't like to me, I'm not really thinking about it like that. But like if it's just I get if it was just like, oh, somebody literally just showing their ass and leggings, like, and me liking that'd be way more wild.
And there's a difference because it'd be different if Joelle just individually liked a bodybuilder's page or
like she liked some dude in sweatpants and it was a dick print, like that's obviously more obvious.
Well, no, or I was getting at where if I was coming home from the gym and she's like, oh, well, you should follow this guy. He looks good. And I'm like, all right, chill. Like, I don't need to see all that,
I don't know. That might be one of the double standard things because like Katie would definitely tell me like, oh, Michael B. Jordan is hot, or like Saquon Barkley got thick ass thighs or some shit.
Right. I don't
don't ever be like, yo, although I do that, but the people I do it with is like because I got like weird crushes. I'm like, oh, fucking Julia Louise Dreyfus from Beat, fucking. Like yo, that's my one. Like Angela Bassett, fam. Like, but like, you know what I'm saying? I would never be like, I can't think of like some like in the maybe like if it's like some pop star or something or like Rihanna. Although I mean it's Rihanna, come on now. But I don't just be like, oh, this girl is hot as shit. Like I just don't do that. But I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. That is a double standard. Girls be posting pictures of like Jason Momoa and stuff, and it's like if dudes can't be posting pictures of like big booty.
Not when you're in a relationship, I don't think. But
I see girls do that all the time.
But I don't know. I got homies that are in relationships, and then they like you know what I'm saying. If I see like an Iggy Azalea post and like I see that they liked it, I'm like, yo, that's wild, fam.
I work with like
you know what I mean, but like I don't know. Like, do some girls care and some girls don't? I don't know. Would you care, Courtney? Or I feel like you wouldn't.
No, but I feel like when you're liking it, you just have to think about like your partner and like if they would think it's disrespectful,
right?
Because I feel like it's just dangerous when it's like people you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when it's like, okay, something could actually happen. But like with celebrities and stuff, it's like,
yeah, you're not about to bag against
like, yeah.
Like, yo, you're not about to get with Ashanti.
Yeah, like that's fine.
Like, yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. And also the other thing too is like, I don't even understand why you don't even have to like stuff. Like, what does that even do?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what dude would get out of that. Like, you would only, unless you actually were trying to holler at the girl.
Right. Well, I feel like it's a way people do.
Yeah, and that's where it gets tricky.
Right.
Like, that's why they're like, oh, she liked 3 of my pics. Like,
yeah, that's
like in DMs.
Exactly. It's like a couple of random photos.
Mm-hmm. Although, if she's just like on your like who just on people's Instagram like actual page unless you like stalking them or some shit.
Yeah.
Like in the boldness to like 3 like old pictures, like fam,
You're like, you know what's up.
right? Like if that happens to me, I'm like, I'm thinking it's some fucking like one of those spam accounts. I'm like, all right, bro, get that out of here.
Robot.
But
Word.
yeah, I don't know, man. I think, and this is not a double standard. I think it's a standard. People shouldn't be flexing on Instagram within a relationship. They shouldn't be posing with their shirt off. They shouldn't be posing with their butt out. That should be reserved for their own.
I think that's just your relationship, though.
But that's right, and that's how opinions work. It's only. I mean, I only apply what I feel.
No, I get you. I was just saying, like, I don't. If I mean, I guess for me it'd be weird, but it's like if that's what y'all, if your relationship is cool with it, you know, that's y'all relationship, y'all business.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like, yeah, if a girl's posting half naked, it's no go.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure Katie wouldn't enjoy me just like dropping butt pics on the gram.
The safari pics, just your dick out, talking about like a motivational quote.
That's wild. I guess moving. We already kind of talked about dating people with kids, right?
Yeah. Next.
What about age difference in relationship? I was actually talking to people at work, and this one girl said that she wouldn't date somebody like she does like within 2 years, like up or down. But like like you know, it's been like weird with all the shit coming out recently with like, you know, people dating people who were like in high school. I remember being in high school and like girls would say they were dating like dudes in college, and I was like, that's weird as shit.
Yeah,
Like that dude would be a fucking scrub, but like people, like the girls are like real giddy about that shit. But once you get older, then that shit doesn't really matter, you know.
That's so funny to think is like you think of as a kid, you're like, wow, she's dating a kid in college, and then like if you're in college, you're like, you're dating a high school girl, you weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's
dude,
so
that dude's a
weird.
weirdo.
Yeah.
Like, and even like when I was in high school, like when a senior dated a freshman, like I didn't really think about it. But like when I got older, I was like, yeah, that's kind of wild.
Well, then, or just something as like a junior dating a sophomore, or as a senior dating a sophomore, then they graduate in 2 years of college. They're like, yeah, my girl's in high school.
Yeah. But it's like at least they started. I don't know. That was like the thing. Like at least y'all started dating in high school. Kind of, It wasn't like you met her in high school. Like you were prowling the high schools, and you were like, "Hey, you a sophomore? You trying to go out to McDonald's or something?" Like, you know what I mean?
I got a car.
Yeah, like that's what I guess that's what makes it different. I don't know, but it's like once you get older, it's like, oh, if a 28-year-old dated a 24-year-old, that wouldn't be weird.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't date younger though.
I feel like dudes are not great.
Yeah, it's just a like emotional maturity thing.
Well, I'm
even now,
I'm older than Joel.
Yeah,
what?
Like
I said, I'm immature, but I'm older than my girl.
Yeah, like I'll go older, but not. I feel like.
You think that's just a thing for right now? Like if you get older, like because I feel like you know the difference between being 32 and 28 is not like wild.
Right, yeah, and I feel like definitely it will change like as I get older. But like right now, it's like 24. Like I remember when I was like at 24, and like I'm just very different now.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know, my one friend, she dates younger dudes, and
that is crazy.
It's like every time I'm like, oh.
And then she tells you like the problems, and they're like, "That sounds about right."
Yeah.
You're like, she said that he's running late. His skateboard needs to be fixed. I don't know.
That's funny. I don't know. Yeah, Katie's only a year younger than me. I don't know. I don't think because even like talking to people who are like 20, not 22, 23, 24 is like, man, you seem so fucking young, but they're really not. But they do definitely seem like you're just in a different like headspace usually.
Yeah. Well, I feel like just getting out of college to like being out of college are two very different.
You definitely just more cynical at this point. It's like, yeah, everything's fucking trash. Like 24-year-olds have way too much hope.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, you need to keep it real, bro. It's trash out here.
Yeah.
No, but I can see that. But I mean, I guess when you see like the people who date like super like be like 7-year, 10-year gaps, and I'll be like, I mean, it must be just like the person that fits them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe the person might be more mature than the average whatever year old. But I don't know. That should be hard for me to see sometimes.
Yeah.
Like so like on the apps, you just like if they're younger, you just like fuck it, swipe the other way.
Well, you can like set age ranges.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't even see them.
Damn, that's crazy.
She's like 47 and above.
What is the dude that's just a year younger than you, and you just like no, he's the perfect one out there.
I mean, I think I'll be okay.
All right, cool.
I don't think I'm meeting the one on these apps anyway. So
Double standard.
I told you a lot of people out here they meeting their significant other on these apps and like having babies and getting married. I seen it.
Yeah, my brother met his wife on Tinder.
See,
there you go.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. I would tell these stories, but I don't want to out them. I don't know if people are like ashamed by it or anything like that.
I feel like people aren't so much anymore.
Right. But like
it's like just such a like people I like don't even know if they meet people in the real world.
It's weird because at this point it feels hard to meet somebody in the real world. Like motherfuckers don't want to talk to you at a bar. They don't want to like meeting somebody at a grocery store sounds wild. Like how do you meet somebody at a grocery? That's something people used to do. Like, oh, you getting this apple? Me too. How can I have your number?
Yeah.
Like no, bro.
Maybe we can have an apple together.
Like, yo, we make an apple pie. Let's do it together. And then people were like, yeah, like what? Or
apple pie sounds like some gross way to say sex.
Everything is 2019. Everything sounds like some gross way to have sex. So,
but anyway,
yeah, that shit sound. I don't know how people. Actually, I saw a tweet kind of on topic, not really, but he was saying like if you buy a girl a drink at the bar, you should just like buy her it and then kind of be like not like obviously you shouldn't be like, oh yeah, you should talk to me, but just tell her like, oh, like I just bought you the drink, like if you want to talk you can, like if not, like enjoy or some shit like that, and kind of like leave it up in the air.
That's too much pressure because then the girl's gonna be like, all right, fine, let's talk. Yeah, that's weird.
No, but he was saying like let her know that it doesn't come with any like in the forefront, like this isn't with attachments, like
I had like a warning label. That's weird.
I don't know. He was saying
before consuming this drink, just know you don't have to talk to me.
Honestly, that'd be nice though, because I feel like when guys offer, it's like no, because like you're just gonna then like hang around and linger and just be there, and I'm like,
do you think you'd be more inclined to talk to him if he said that, or you just be
if he was like, hey, I'm gonna buy you this drink. If you want to talk to me, cool. If not, cool. I'd be like, free drink, let's do it, and then I'd be more open to like talking to him in like a fun way rather than him being like, so what do you do?
Right. So yeah, maybe he was right. You onto something.
You catch the game? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, yeah, that shit is wild. But yeah, I was like, yo, just send her a bag, like a basket of fries, her and her friends, and then you be good. Like, what's with the drink?
I would literally be like, let's get married.
See, it's foolproof, man.
Yeah. Sending food, game over.
I don't know why people never thought to send food. Motherfuckers love eating when they drunk. Like you just wait till it's later in the evening. You know, motherfuckers are thinking about Taco Bell in the back of their head. You're like, yo, send them some fries over there. That's all you gotta do.
Maybe I'll get Taco Bell for dinner.
Sorry, we keep talking about food. I guess this is the last one.
Now you live back home. You better not get Taco Bell.
I know people get really upset when I eat it in the city.
Yeah, because you can get tacos like anywhere.
Where do you live? Did you move from the last episode, or did you always live there?
Jesse missed the whole podcast. The first thing we talked about was her going from Kansas City to New York.
No, I know she lived. No, I know, but she didn't say when.
Oh,
yeah, I've lived here for like 6 or 7 months now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first pod, you were in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I was like, well,
cool. Where do you live though? In Manhattan?
I live in Bushwick.
Okay, cool.
Deep in Bushwick.
I have no clue where that is.
Yeah, because that's when earlier you're like, oh, he either lives in Brooklyn or the Bronx.
Yeah, like, where did your family live?
Oh, you're talking about you, Jesse.
Yeah, I said his family.
They live in Bed-Stuy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew that. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, I was like, I knew it was Brooklyn. I did Bed-Stuy. Yeah.
I don't know that you knew it was Brooklyn, but
I knew
I
it was. I said
digress.
Brooklyn first, and then I
But
said
there's a East Bushwick in Jersey though too though, so it's confusing.
Oh, really? I haven't been to Jersey.
Oh.
Mm.
So
This is definitely not the question. All right, yeah, the last question was being friends with their friends, which I don't know how to do this because like me and Katie pretty much always had the same friend group.
well, shit, I need Joelle to be friends with my friends. That's how she coordinated my surprise birthday party. But yeah, beyond that, I don't care, man.
Do you like go hang out with her homies or whatever?
No, I'm not friends with her friends like that. No, but I'm saying like I'm friendly with her friends, but I don't really like engage with them as much. Like, but she is friends with you guys because of the podcast, and like she's friends with Terrio because I'm friends with him. But again, it's not like she interacts and she's like, yeah, so I was talking to them today. Like the interactions usually just through me.
Right, but have you gone to like events with her and her friends?
Events? Yeah, I mean we've gone to dinner.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because like obviously she's come and kicked it with us. Like
Right. But
Right,
there's
that's
never a
right.
time where she's never hung out with Katie or you without me though, you know?
well, yeah, that's right. I mean, I was just saying in general.
Oh
like,
yeah.
how does that work?
Why
But,
can't
like,
we all be friends?
But like I feel like me and Katie has always been like our friends group merge, and then we all just kind of hanging out with the same people. But I
That's so
don't-
nice.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah, I can't think of any friends that she has that I don't also consider a friend. Like I don't know.
I feel like that has to make the wedding list easy.
Less easy? What do you mean?
No, make the wedding list easy.
Oh, because it's just like, yo, we just inviting our friends. Like,
Yeah.
Make it less easy too.
yeah, it doesn't make it any
Sorry.
more affordable.
No,
But like,
make it BYOB.
I don't. Yeah, we trying to. I don't know. We'll figure it out, man. Yeah, y'all have to. Y'all might have to fly out here, man. I don't know if y'all.
Oh, really?
See.
I mean, I definitely would do that.
Nah, I heard the oh really.
Well, because you were talking about getting married in Rochester for the longest time.
Yeah, but we don't know. So
Yeah,
I'll
but
go
now
to
we have to fly
Arizona.
there. Yeah.
see, that's the thing where we nobody who's listening to the podcast about Indians, but that's where we like fucked up because it's like now our friend groups are we got friends here and we got friends back home. So no matter where we have it, we inconveniencing somebody.
Yeah, but that's I feel like just weddings at this like every wedding now is a destination wedding.
Right. We're just gonna meet everybody in the middle. We're gonna have our wedding in Kansas. In the middle of a field.
I actually have a Kansas City wedding to go to this summer, so
there you go.
you can just double it up there.
Maybe I don't know. I don't even know if Kansas is in the middle. Somewhere in there. Just everybody got to drive 6-7 hours, 8 hours, or something like that. But yeah, that's the thing. Like it'd be cool if flights weren't so goddamn expensive. But again, we were talking about the friends things. Would you? I don't know how you would do it, Courtney. I don't know. Have you met like people you dating? Like how many days would you go on before you met their friends?
Well, it just depends. Like I feel like just a couple. And then it's like if they invite me to something or if I invite them and I'm like, oh yeah, like coming because it's like very important to me that you're friends with my friends. Or that my friends like you. Like
knowing our friend group though, I feel like we kind of intense.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a lot.
And so I can see like somebody like, yo, this is wild.
Yeah, no, it definitely is a lot for people to take in. And especially when I meet like my friends' significant others, I'm like, sorry, we definitely shouldn't be drinking the first time we meet them. But
yeah,
penises get brought up for sure.
Probably a while. Like I think it's just like bringing my high school friends, even though my high school friends are also intense. Bringing them around you guys and be like, okay, this is fucking weird and wild.
Like when they would visit in college.
Yeah,
I get that.
So I can see that, but yeah, I guess it would be weird if Katie had a friend that I didn't really fuck with. It would be because I didn't like them.
Yeah,
it'd be pretty goddamn obvious.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know if you can. I don't know if somebody didn't like your friends. I don't know how you could probably get down with that.
No, because my friends are so important in my life. So it's like if you didn't like them, be like.
The only thing I can think of is I have a homie who like. I think everybody has kind of, not everybody, but some people have friends that they know are kind of shitty, but like they've been friends so long that it feel like more like kind of like a family sibling type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I'm not gonna cut them off because they're like a brother or sister to me. But like, you know, your significant other probably don't fuck with them because they're shitty.
Yeah.
And you kind of like, yeah, I get that because they kind of suck.
But then they're probably not in your life like always.
I don't know.
Oh,
Some people is like, yeah, I still fuck with them. I don't know. I don't know if you, none of you guys have examples of that, do you?
No.
No, Jesse?
No.
All right. I guess we'll just end it on that note. I don't have like some grand way to end it, but thanks for coming on, Courtney.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you putting up with us and our wild antics. I mean, unfortunately, you know, we're boring and reserved when it comes to relationships, so we don't have any wild stories. But
right, next time we're just gonna talk about sex the whole time.
Do it.
We did sex one time. Now we did relationships. Next time we have you on for the trifecta, we'll do like gender, and you know, just round out that whole.
What does that even mean?
You know, just like
you gotta save that for the next podcast.
Okay,
you can't dive into it.
Yeah, bro.
I thought I don't know.
Yeah, that was it. Gender. That's it.
Yeah, but either way, it's fun. Yeah, we had a whole bunch of shit.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for being on.
Like,
Courtney, thanks for putting up with the buckets. Ty, thanks for putting up with me. You know, Courtney already knows, but for the buckets out there, you can follow us on Instagram at the Bucket Up Podcast, Bucket Hat Boys on Facebook, Instagram, Bucket Up Podcast on Twitter. Courtney, you got any social medias you want to throw out there?
No, I don't really do social media.
All right, she's man cool. So
don't you work in like social media?
I work in advertising, but it's fine. I know about it. I don't have it.
Yeah. Smart. I'm addicted to Twitter, so it don't matter. Yeah. So if you fuck with us, definitely make sure. I mean, if you listen to this whole fucking podcast, you know where to find us. But if you want to tell people about us, let them know that we are also on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Stitcher, we on SoundCloud, we on literally everything that got podcasts. So they don't really have an excuse. Take their phone, subscribe our podcast to their shit. Tell your mama, tell your grandmammy. Again, thanks for coming on, Courtney. Thanks for listening, everybody. And I think that's it. We out.
We didn't do song of the week yet.
You want to do song of the week? I thought we were just saying fuck it.
All right, well that's cool. We don't have to do song of the week.
Nah, I ain't gonna do song of the week. It's fine.
Well, I was just gonna throw it up for our man Big Pun since we were talking about New York. It was his birthday this past week. So shout out to Big Pun. If he was alive, man, we'd still be lacing the track. So one of his greatest radio hits and hits in general was "It's So Hard." So shout out to Big Pun.
I thought you were gonna do not a player no more since it's like a love thing.
We could throw that up too. Not a player no more.
All right, cool. Yeah, I guess my song of the week it'd be Painted by Lucky Day. There you go. Kind of
you got a song of the week, Courtney?
No. Ill prepared for this situation as well. I think it just as I started it.
There you go. Yes. Yeah, so
I blame Ty for all of this.
What did I do?
I feel like these are things I should know I should have.
I didn't know we were gonna do it. I mean, I don't know. It's fine. You know, it doesn't matter. And also, too, I can edit this, so I can like make this. So if you want time to think, I can make it be like, oh, she knew right off the bat.
No, I'm not really good with songs. I got Tatiana in my life to play the music for me. So
there you go. You didn't listen to Ariana Grande this week?
I actually did.
Did you enjoy it?
I listened to one song.
That's okay. What song did you listen to?
The Dump Your Girlfriend on Board.
Yeah.
Break Up With Your Girlfriend on Board.
That one's
Yeah.
I like the album though.
I like
now I'm just doing a review.
Thank You Next and Seven Rings.
I didn't like Thank You Next, so no.
Sorry.
I don't like the album. That song doesn't even fit the album, but her album's fire though. So.
Well, if that song doesn't fit the album, I really wonder if I'm gonna like it.
No, I don't know. I think it's good though. So
yeah,
you should trust that, and I think Tots like it. So yeah, it's
Tatiana.
Good. Sorry, Tatiana.
Do you know Lucky Day?
Mm-hmm.
I song of the week.
I literally just said it was the song of the week.
Oh, did you? Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Wait, what? Wait, what song did you say?
Painted.
Hey, sounds like Courtney didn't pay attention to the whole podcast.
Okay. Yeah, no. I recently discovered him and I really like him.
Yeah, he's good. I just listened to the EP.
Yeah. I wish there were more songs, but whatever.
Yeah. That's funny. Nobody's
my
listening
bad.
to anybody. No, hopefully even people are listening. So
Well, I was honestly trying to pull up my title to see like a song when you guys were saying, because like I thought Jesse just did it, and then when he asked you, I was like, oh, we're all gonna do this.
yeah, that's usually my bad. Yeah, that's you know what I just I guess clear. I didn't like. We usually prepared like when we first did this the first time we prepared.
Yeah.
But, like this time it was like kind of. It was. I feel like we did a good job though, off the cuff. So
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine, and I'll
10
edit
out
all
of 10 would listen.
I'll make this not as sloppy. Hopefully.
Cool.
But yeah, thanks for listening, everybody, and we actually out this time.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Courtney.
Thanks.